My name is Kathryn Mueller. I am majoring in social studies education, and I'm expected to graduate with a Bachelor of Arts in December of 2023. I was actually recruited by Purdue Athletics to be a part of the women's swim and dive team, which was an amazing opportunity all 4 years. My first visit to Purdue was on a recruiting trip, and I remember it was a really gross, gray day in February. It was freezing, it was snowing, and I was walking around campus, and I got to go into different class buildings and watch students study, and everyone just seemed so happy and excited to be there, even on this awful weather day. And I knew that this was going to be my home for the next 4 years. I wanted to become a teacher for a couple of different reasons. My mom was actually a special education teacher in Chicago, and growing up, she would always tell me stories from the classroom. And throughout all the highs and lows of her teaching career, it always made an impact on me how she always did her best and gave her students 100% every day. And I knew from a very young age that I wanted to do the same. And when I started tutoring in high school, I just knew that I wanted to become a teacher. What I like about student teaching is the excitement of my students every day when I come into the classroom. I'm not an expert on world history, which is the subject I'm teaching, but what I like about student teaching is learning about history with my students. It's been so much fun to learn the content along with my students, and their excitement every day when they come into the classroom makes me excited. It's just wonderful to see them smiling and eager to participate, and it makes me want to be the best teacher that I can possibly be. My favorite memory from a classroom experience was probably when we were making the posters that are behind me, these Egypt posters. I had them pick a pharaoh from ancient Egypt, and they had to make a political campaign poster, and they loved it. They ran with it. We had presentations for a couple of days after they made their posters, and they got so excited and were really trying to sell their pharaoh as a political candidate, which was really fun. Some of the reasons that I chose the Purdue College of Education, I was originally looking into science education, specifically chemistry. On my first visit to Purdue, I had the chance to meet some faculty members, and they helped to lay out what my 4 years would look like as part of the program. Students that I met with were just so excited about the program and the College of Ed in general, and I knew that I would be very well supported throughout my time. My advice for prospective students would be to take the leap whenever you're ready. You will be so well supported by faculty and other students in your 4 years here that you can't go wrong. They are going to help you become the best teacher and person that you can possibly be. My advice for incoming students into the education program would be, don't expect to be perfect right off the bat. Teaching is as much of a learning experience as being a student in the classroom is. You are going to learn something new every single day. You're going to make mistakes, lessons are going to flop, and that's okay because you're going to learn from them and come out stronger. I've loved the teacher education program specifically because I felt like I've developed really close relationships with some of the faculty members. I know over the summer I worked for one of the faculty members, and he's written me recommendations and checked in with me since then, asked me how student teaching is going, and it's really nice to feel like somebody's in your corner. I love the pride that everyone has in this institution. I know if you go anywhere on campus, you will always see students wearing Purdue gear all over the place. And no matter where you go, in the state, in the nation, and even overseas, you will always meet someone who is going to say "Boiler up" if they see you wearing a Purdue t-shirt. I would like to say that the Purdue College of Education gives a small college experience in a Big Ten environment. It's a close-knit community within a larger institution that has a lot of pride. So this summer I had the opportunity to be on staff for the Benjamin Franklin Transatlantic Fellowship, which is a program sponsored by Purdue. It brings 55 high school kids from all over the US and also from Europe to campus for 4 weeks. While they were there, I stayed in the dorms with them, and I got to take them on cultural outings to Chicago and Indianapolis and DC. And together we attended classes and explored diplomacy and rights of citizenship together. It was such an impactful experience for me in particular because it allowed me to form so many multicultural and international relations that I never would have had the opportunity to do. And now I can honestly say that I've got friends in 46 different countries all across the world. So after graduation, I'm hoping to take a Fulbright abroad for a year in Spain. So I would work as an English teaching assistant in a classroom. And eventually I'd love to come back to the area, either to Indiana or to my home state of Illinois, and work as a high school history teacher in an urban area. And I'd also love to coach swimming because that's been such a big part of my life. I'm a Boilermaker educator. Boiler up!